from New Orleans, 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Pelicans. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Only one game away from San Antonio here. The Spurs will be back home for the next one. This is a tough team planning on the postseason, sitting in the 7th spot in the West.
And you know what? They don't want to get swept on the season series. 3 straight losses against this group this season. So some extra motivation here tonight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for San Antonio, Parker and Green are the guard set. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Bertans in at the power forward. On defense, San Antonio. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%. And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
Here we've reached the end of the line. Final game of the year, Brent, for those teams moving on to the postseason. Talk about the difference in one's playoff mindset now.
There's always a huge difference in what it is that a young player who's never been to the playoffs experiences versus teams who've been there before. But really this comes down to the coaching staff and the scouting in terms of how you're going to prepare mentally for the matchup that's at hand. You start to dig deep into the opposition. You start to dig deep into the individual matchups you're going to have in a series. And it's time to lock in because it's money time.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Gasol a screen. Parker kicks to Green. He dishes it to Gasol. Over Cousins. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, they're a little bit cold here. 0 for 4 to get this one going.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. Said the key to this game is how much they can limit the quality looks inside. He said when you're playing a team like this, you don't stand a chance if you give them easy shots down low. We'll see who wins that battle, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Gay, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Over Hill, another miss by Gay.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Screen by Cousins. DJ dishes to Davis. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Over in the corner, Cousins. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Davis with a screen on Parker. DJ passes to Davis. And at last, they get one to fall. Davis has got his second basket of the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here's Gay outside. Another miss by Gay.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now, here's DJ. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs trail by 10. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Sounds weird to say, but a guy 7 feet tall like Anthony Davis could be considered an out-of-nowhere superstar. In high school, he was a skinny kid on the bench, not like he's big now. But until an 8-inch growth spurt changed everything. That's why he's got those point guard skills.
Now, here's Parker. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
But when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
Here's Hill. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Cousins with a screen on Parker. Lock at 6. And Cousins throws it down.
The pass shows you the tremendous feel that DJ has. The D has no idea he could thread the ball through there.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Parker kicks to Green. Here's Gasol. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. And so here is New Orleans. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the three ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
And here is DJ. Even when an opposing defense is giving him everything he can handle, he still finds a way to score. He's averaging over 33 points a game. Spurs trail by 8. Gasol setting the pick for Parker. Passes it to Bertens. The dish to Parker. 5 on the clock. Gasol a screen. Parker drives in. Oh, that's blocked.
That block right there, all about persistence. DJ staying with his man and playing terrific high-energy D.
And Gasol sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Green draws the double. Nobody near Parker. Off target from outside. New Orleans leading by 8. And Cousins kicks to DJ. To the inside. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside. That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Now here's DJ. D right on him. To the paint. Pulls up. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by DJ. DJ's got his 7th assist in the game. Parker outside. Gasol a screen. Parker outside.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
DJ with it. He feeds it to Davis. A fadeaway. That shot, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Yeah, you try to put up these scoring runs, and it hurts when you all of a sudden just give away free points from the free throw line.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, there are numerous ways to build a lead, but owning the glass may be one of the best.
Brent, the stretch 4, the 3 and D players, specialties that have emerged over the years. Any other specialties you see becoming a trend?
The one that I see as a trend, Kevin, right now is the redefining of the 5 position. But think about guys like Porzingis, Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, being able to stretch a defense out at the 5 position all the way out to the 3-point line. We're redefining what it means to be a center in the NBA.
I'm sure there are traditional guys that see that and just can't believe what they're watching, huh? Guys out there that big and hitting shots.
Yeah, most of those old guys will take back to the home, Kevin. Just enjoy it while you can.
Ginobili kicks to Gay. Over Davis. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Man, he's missing those kind of good looks. His team is in some serious trouble.
And that one is good from DJ.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Ginobili outside. Pass to Gay. And it's DJ with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Miller, and that one's on target from the wing. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Now here's Mills. A 29-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. It's stolen by Davis. And here we go. Fast break. DJ's got it. Shots good by Miller.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now here's Mills. D right on him. Ginobili kicks to Gay. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Gay's got 5 now.
So blessed with excellent court vision, especially for a wing player. Ginobili repeatedly finds the open man.
Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Now here's Mills. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Gay against Davis. Another miss by Gay.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Cousins. Anderson with the block.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using the length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
Rudy Gay on the wing. Pulls it up. Another miss by Gay.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Spurs trail by 21. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Now the pass to Gay. The feed to Mills. From deep. Kept alive. Shots good by Laverne. Laverne's got his first 2 points of the night.
And when it comes to rebounds, Laverne is relentless on the glass.
And it's DJ missing. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And so it's New Orleans with it after the basket by San Antonio.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Mills dishes to Laverne. Feeds it to Gay. Over Miller. And Rudy Gay again. Gay's got 9.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
And again, another basket there from DJ. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Here's DJ after Rudy Gay's bucket. Gay with the defensive effort. Mills in the corner from deep. Here's Anderson. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
And so it's New Orleans, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Right back after this break. and one of the most competitive men ever to play.
Just rely on what happened in the past, then.
Well, the big group substitution here for New Orleans. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Davis. Jackson comes in for Darius Miller. Drew Holiday is checked in for Wells. And DJ subbed in for Rajon Rondo. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol is checked in for Laverne. Albus Bertans comes in for Anderson. Rudy Gay's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Murray. He's out there with Tony Parker. Pau Gasol is out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Bertans in at the 4 spot. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Clippers was tremendous. He ended up with 65 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks for checking in, DA. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And the Pelicans' 2017 first-round pick went to the Kings as part of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Brent, how does this team find help along the perimeter?
A lot of this comes down to the Pelicans and scouting not only the NBA and the college ranks, but maybe the international ranks to try to find some guys to come in and be not only 3 and D players, but also good cohesive players to play alongside what DeMarcus Cousins can do and what Anthony Davis provides.
No one covering. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
And DJ has great vision on these passes. Remarkable at getting the ball to his guys in their sweet spots.
Gasol a screen. Murray the pass to Parker. Spurs working the ball around now. Shoots from the baseline. They grab their own miss. Gasol misses from close range.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
DJ kicks to Hill. Parker with the steal. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. And laid in to finish the break. Parker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Parker is the ultimate attacker in the open floor. He gets the ball and doesn't think twice about getting to the rim.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. So it's San Antonio now. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. Screened by Parker. 3 from Gay. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 14 points for Gay.
That's what you're going to get with Pau Gasol, a tremendous passer who's got his eyes up at all times.
And that one is good from DJ.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Now here's Parker. He has 7. Pass to Gasol. There's the 3. Parker's shot is off.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Here's Hill. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Hill's got 8 points.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Now here's Murray. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Now here's DJ. Defense is right there, banked in off the glass.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Parker kicks to Murray. That 3 off the mark.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
And you know DJ's hearing that music in his head each and every time he's up there by himself on the free throw line.
New Orleans making some changes here. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Cousins. And Ian Clark subbed in for Drew Holiday. Laverne, he's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for DeJounte Murray. Now here's Laverne. 9 points last game out.
And even though he lacks the size of some of the other bigs, that extra effort has allowed him to do some serious work here on the board.
Here's DJ. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Pelicans have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. And the Spurs with some changes. Anderson comes in for Bertans, and it's Ginobili in for Tony Parker. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Over Hill. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a massive lead of 30.
Thank you, Kevin. Fast start with this game. Are you happy with how you've moved the ball around and gotten it to your teammates?
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
Well, it's an impressive performance thus far, but it goes beyond just his ability. Right now, he's just simply outworking the opponent.
Hill and Davis are the forwards. DJ out there with Holiday, and it's Cousins in at center. That's the Pelicans 5.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Now, here's DJ. Following the miss by Tony Parker. And Davis throws it down.
And Davis is getting every shot he wants out there. It could be a very, very special night for him at this rate.
Parker kicks to Gay. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
Here's DJ following the three-pointer by San Antonio. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And that's the result that you're going to get when you drive into the lane before the D can get themselves into position. And DJ's not waiting around. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Hey, Brent, you and I were talking about the toughest players in the league just a minute ago. It's easy to go right to physical attributes, but let's shift it. And who are some of the toughest guys mentally in the game now?
Well, those guys who are thinking out there on the floor, not only about what they have to do, Kevin, but getting their guys lined up and into right spots. I think that Marc Gasol does an incredible job of that in Memphis, especially as the center, knowing all the coverages, backing up the line of defense on pick and rolls, rebounding, outletting, scoring. That's a lot of work for a big guy. And the elite guys that we could talk about, Kev, Chris Paul and LeBron James. I mean, how good are those guys when it comes down to making sure that things are communicated between the coach and that all 5 guys know their responsibilities on the floor?
I bet if they can come from the back end, like you said with Gasol, what about a guy like DeAndre Jordan, who I think has really tried to improve that part of his game?
I think there's a lot more appreciation for how much DeAndre Jordan does, especially the way that he contributed to the USA team.
The Pelicans have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Buries it from three-point range.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And here is Parker, following the three-pointer by DJ. Gay kicks to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Holiday dishes to DJ. A three-pointer off the mark. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. It's stolen by Hill. And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. DJ passes to Cousins, and he gets it to go. Cousins has got 4 points this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Davis against Parker. Passes to Bertens. Inside. Here's Gasol to halt the run, and the rejection by Cousins. Lets it go from deep. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, the Brow doing a good job of reading and being aggressive after the read. Excellent at hitting the glass with the length that he has.
Now, here's Green. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Bertans kicks to Parker. Over DJ. And that one's good. Parker's got his third bucket of the night.
And when you give Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
Outside for Davis, and they double up Davis. Shoots the three. Pelicans keep it alive. Here's Cousins. Another one falls for New Orleans.
If there's no contact on Cousins, his percentage chances of grabbing that rebound go way up.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Parker kicks to Gay. Dishes it to Gasol. Four on the clock. Got a piece of it. And now the Pelicans on the break. DJ with the ball. Kicks it to Cousins. He dishes it to Davis. No good from outside. For San Antonio, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Gay kicks to Parker. Back to Gay. Gasol a screen. Parker dishes to Gay. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 19 points for Gay.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. San Antonio with the ball, following the three-pointer by DJ. Here's Bertens. And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis, rises up and swats that shot away.
And that one drops. Davis has got 6 in the quarter. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
Now here's Davis following the miss by Tony Parker. Davis with a screen on Green. DJ passes to Hill. Off target from three-point range.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
And a wide-open look for DJ. Offensive rebound.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Parker kicks to Gasol. Back to Parker. Down low. Shot to stop the run. And that one, good. Gay's got 21 in the game. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big three of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
Now Parker following the three-point attempt by DJ. Parker passes to Bertens. Green kicks to Gasol. There's the pick. Gay outside. And the three off target. The Pelicans shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. New Orleans making some changes here. Darius Miller comes in for Solomon Hill, and Wells is subbed in for Drew Holiday. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for Bertans. Ano Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Here's Ginobili following the basket by DJ. Ginobili kicks to Gay. Gay is double to the middle. Here's Laverne. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Laverne's got his second basket of the game.
Once Laverne gets positioned down low, it's pretty much game over. Hard to root him out.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Now here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The three, and he's good on the three ball.
The dangerous in the catch and shoot. When Mills sets his feet, has great balance, he's tough to stop.
There's the dish to DJ. Davis kicks to Miller. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Wells. Hits it from three-point range. Wells has got his second basket of the night.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Laverne dishes to Ginobili. Back to Laverne. Gay passes to Anderson. And Davis sends it back. Pass to Wells from the baseline. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Wells has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's a good feel that on the backside something was going to open up, and Cousins saw that.
And Mills kicks to Laverne. Fires from deep. And Patty Mills, another three. Mills has got a pair of threes now here in the third for San Antonio. On the wing, Miller. He kicks to DJ. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. San Antonio's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointer since halftime. They're 4 of 7. And Mills atop the key. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
There's the triple. And DJ gets it to go on the assist by Wells. 32 points for DJ.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
Gay against Miller. From the stripe. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis gets a wide open look. Pelicans keep it alive. But they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire.
Pelicans shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. On the floor for San Antonio, Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt. Pau Gasol is out there with Laverne. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Now Anderson following the three-point attempt by DJ. And Anderson kicks to Mills. A putback, and Gasol able to finish.
I mean, is it fair that Pau Gasol can stand on one block and rebound on the other? That's some length.
The pass to DJ. Misses the three. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first. And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Now, here's Green. Gasol, no good.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. A different look now for San Antonio. Forbes checked in, and it's White in for Patty Mills. Shot from the inbound. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Now, here's Green. There's the screen. And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That's foul number 2 for him. NBA official, NBA referee, Brent, has to be one of the toughest jobs in the world. There's been a lot of talk about adding an official to the court. Would that make a difference?
You know, I'm thinking, Kevin, that's like asking 4 of my buddies to add a 5th guy to go out and they're all single. That means there's another guy I got to compete with. So maybe we don't have another set of eyes on the NBA game. Lots of physicality, lots of pushing and shoving. You may see more foul calling, which will slow down the tempo and the rhythm of the game. I'm not sure that's the best idea for the league.
So then adding the Secaucus and the extra eyes in New York to look at calls, I think that might take the place of adding the official.
I think the league has done a great job, Kevin, having Secaucus now have the ability to make some of those calls to help speed up what we do with regards to the replay.
And White kicks to Anderson. Forbes dishes to White. Anderson passes to White. Fires from the corner. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Diallo's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now the feed to Miller. DJ sets the screen for Miller. Pass to DJ. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. DJ's got 38 points. And White kicks to Anderson. Spurs passing it around. White, good.
Back at you. That's payback for the 3 on the other end.
A little mano-a-mano there, entertaining, but you also want to keep your teammates involved.
Passes it to Diallo. Lets it go with the 3. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Diallo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Here is Forbes. Granted, is an era of shorter player contracts, sometimes with opt-outs after 1 or 2 years. Does that breed too much of a win-now mentality among teams?
Oh, so shorter contracts, Kevin, but taller players?
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
Okay. You know, it's interesting the way that teams want to set themselves up. Obviously, if you have a bona fide star, you want to do what you can to lock him up and have him as part of your organization and the concrete and the foundation for what you do moving forward. But a lot of guys certainly on the move and on loan for seasons where they want to take a shot at the true contenders.
San Antonio making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Gasol, a screen on Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the floater. White, good.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
DJ kicks to Diallo. Fires the 3. And that one is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way. And the wide open shot from Green. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Well, good balance and squared up shoulders. If there's one thing Green does better than anything else, it's nailing catch and shoot Jays.
Feeds to DJ. And again, New Orleans has no luck. San Antonio's gone to 3-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Good looking screen by Gasol. White, good.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the 3 ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. Hill dishes to DJ. And that time, also a missed shot.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Now, here's DJ. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Now here's Laverne. Here's Gasol. It's rebounded by New Orleans. DJ's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, you've certainly been in the public eye for a while as a player, as a broadcaster, an actor in the Jerry Maguire movie. Is there anything else on...
So kind of you, Kevin, to bring that up.
I'm just reading the list here, Brent. Is there anything else on camera that you'd really like to do?
Oh, I was in a Coolio video. I don't know if you knew that, Kevin. Coolio made a music video, and I was asked to come down to the studio with the late Malik Sealy, and him and I actually were in the video for the movie's primetime song.
No kidding.
Yes.
How about that? How fun. This all no good.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Now, here's DJ. Down low, here's Diallo. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Diallo's got 6 here in this quarter.
Some skillful basketball from DJ, running the pick and roll like an expert and creating the easy bucket.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pelicans.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DJ.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Moore is checked in for New Orleans. The 3. Gasol with the rebound.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see, fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
Here's DJ after the basket by San Antonio. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And that one's good by Clark.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helped, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.